Time for Forest City Volleyball on Mix 107.3 with Sarah Nagestall.
Holland Contracting in Forest City for earth moving, Varco-Pruden metal buildings, farm drainage, directional drilling, demolition, tire shop, and more. Call the construction experts at 641-585-2231. Holland Contracting in Forest City, dedicated to making the region a better place, one project at a time. MBT Investment Center of Forest City, located at MBT. Whether it's completing your 401k rollover, saving for your child's education, or investing for the future, see Matt Jennings or Troy Hall at the MBT Investment for financial success.
Hello from Garner-Hayfield Ventura High School as we get set for high school volleyball tonight on KIOW and live at KIOW.com. Hello, everybody. My name's Sarah Nagestall. We'll be with you throughout this evening as we get set for the Indians and the Cardinals from Garner-Hayfield Ventura High School. Should have an exciting one here as we have the Indians and the Cardinals meeting up for the first time this season. It's game number 2 for Forest City this year. Game number 7 for Garner-Hayfield Ventura. They had 5 games on Saturday right here in Garner in the Garner-Hayfield Ventura tournament. They were actually the champions of the Garner-Hayfield Ventura tournament, going 5-0. They went 3-0 in pool play, and then were able to win their semifinals and their finals matchup on Saturday right here in Garner to win the Garner-Hayfield Ventura tournament. So GHV 5-1 on the season under third-year head coach Mario Levy and Lacey Jerome, the head coach of the Forest City Indians. You know, one of the goals is, if you were able to hear part of my conversation with Coach Levy in the preseason, if you didn't, I'll kind of synopsis it for you real quick. But one of our goals ever since taking over this program was to get this Garner-Hayfield Ventura program back to 500. They were really close last year. They finished 10-11 last year, 1 game shy of breaking even, and then obviously 2 games shy of going over 500 for the season. So really close to that goal. And I know this year especially is a team they feel like can really get over that 500 mark. And they haven't done it for a few years. Coach, for about 5, actually I think 6 years, the last time that Garner-Hayfield Ventura has been over 500 on a season. They went 10 games below 500 the 2 years prior to Coach Levy being here. So 4 and 5 years ago, they were 10 games below 500. They were just a few games below 500 Coach Levy's first year here. And then last year, of course, in her second season here, GHV just 1 game below 500. So off to a good start, 5-1. On the year. Usually, we mentioned they went 10-11 last year, a little bit of a shortened season, so usually you want to you play about roughly about 30 games depending on tournaments, and with GHV, they went all the way to the championship game on Saturday, which helped them get more games in. Obviously, if they would have been out in pool play or in the semifinals, would have had less games being played, but they were able to get to the championship game of their tournament on Saturday, which gave them a couple of extra games, at least one for sure extra game, and of course they won it, so that really helped out in that department. But for GHV, 6 games so far this year. You play about 30, roughly about 30 games, give or take here or there. So the magic number for GHV has got to be about 15. Though just a week and a half into the season, they're already a third of the way there with 5 wins on the year for the Cardinals, and they could really make a mark with a victory here tonight over Forest City. Forest City trying to win back-to-back conference championships, as they were the conference champions a year ago, and they started off with a 3-0 sweep of Eagle Grove on Thursday night to get that title repeat in motion as they start 1-0 in the conference. Forest City trying to make it 2-0 here in the conference here this evening. Forest City has won 11 straight matches against this Garner-Hayfield Ventura team, including eliminating GHV from the postseason the past 3 years. 20, 19, and 18, Forest City eliminated GHV from the postseason. So a lot of things, of course, so you have that big rivalry between Forest City and Garner-Hayfield Ventura, and then the fact that GHV hasn't been able to beat Forest City in about 8 years, 11 matches. The last time GHV was able to find a win over the Indians came back quite a while ago. About 2013 was the last time that GHV was able to find a win over the Forest City Indians. Came about 8 years ago and about 11 matches ago. Again, they play once a year in the conference schedule, and then, of course, they've played in the postseason 4 out of the past 5 years. They've met in the postseason with Forest City, winning all of those. So Forest City has eliminated Garner-Hayfield Ventura from the postseason 4 of the past 5 years. All right, we're going to take our first break here with the pregame show. Our pregame show today brought to you by our good friends at Kingland Construction Service of Forest City. Eric and his crew do a great job all around the Forest City area. So if you need building, remodeling, any kind of construction needs, make sure you give your local Kingland Construction Service of Forest City a call. They got that new office there on the south edge of town, and Kingland Construction Service, the sponsor of our pregame show. Plenty of room there to help you out. So give them a call today at 641-585-0101. Again, 641-585-0101. Kingland Construction Service, the proud sponsor of our pregame show. All right, we're going to take about 2.5 minutes. We'll come back in just under 3 minutes for the starting lineups and some more pregame coverage as Forest City and Garner-Hayfield Ventura get set to take action in volleyball tonight on KIOW and live at KIOW.com.
City, or call ahead at 641-585-5000. That's 641-585-5000. Shooters in Forest City. Dining room and drive-through now open.
Custom Paint and Collision of Forest City. Corey and his staff have nearly 50 years of body shop experience and can fix just about anything on the road. They give free estimates and also carry car batteries and windshield wipers. Located on Highway 69 just south of Forest City, it's Custom Paint and Collision, your body shop.
Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of Forest City High School athletics. The Hy-Vee Pharmacy is built for you. Have your prescriptions automatically filled ahead of time and ready when you are. You will receive a call when your order is ready. No more waiting for the pharmacy. Your prescription will be waiting for you. Hy-Vee Pharmacy is open Monday through Saturday in Forest City.
Forest City Ford at the corner of 9 and 69 in Forest City wishes good luck to our local athletes. We look forward to seeing you compete. When you need a vehicle, see us at Forest City Ford, where customers really do send their friends.
Grow Electric in Lake Mills is proud to support area athletics and proud to serve our new and returning customers. To get started on any electrical project, big or small, call 641-592-8282. Good luck, athletes, from Grow Electric in Lake Mills.
The County Line C team of Chuck Rubish, Jake Young, and myself, Matt Keel, are your premier and local DeKalb, Asgrow, Agrigold, and NK dealer in Forest City. With a combined over 30 years of seed experience, we're setting a new trend in agriculture at County Line. Call today at 641-581-3300 or visit us off the Airport Blacktop in Forest City.
Malin Egg Service of Forest City is a proud supporter of Forest City High School athletics. Nate Malin is with you from the word go. From planting to harvest, you can count on Nate. Contact him today in Forest City at 641-860-1712. Nate will help you put the right seed on your acres. 641-860-1712.
NIAC is proud to help support North Iowa athletes. Working hard and being part of a team is a great way to learn lessons for life, and learning is what NIAC is all about, beginning with high school juniors and seniors who can start building college credits now for free. Learn more at niac.edu.
Welcome back on KIOW and live at KIOW.com. Forest City and Garner-Hayfield Ventura getting set for volleyball action tonight from Garner-Hayfield Ventura High School. It's the top of Iowa Conference bout between these two teams. We're just moments away from our starting lineups here tonight. Forest City, let's talk about some of the things we saw in game number one. First of all, Forest City had a total of 18 ace serves a big part of their win against the Eagle Grove Eagles on Thursday. That's going to be crucial again here tonight for Forest City. 18 ace serves for the Indians. Pretty big for Forest City, and they use that to help propel themselves, including 6 of them from sophomore Jalen Hovinga, 5 of them from sophomore Emma Anderson, and just saw some big things out of the sophomores there for Forest City, especially when it comes to serving the volleyball. Let's take a look at our starting lineups tonight. First for the Forest City Indians, who will be the road team on the scoreboard this evening. Number 4 is Shea Dulavu. She's a senior outside hitter and 5'8". Number 5 is Jaden Jerome, a sophomore defensive specialist at 5'7". Number 6 is Regan Helgeson, a senior outside hitter at 5'8". Number 8 is Carly Lambert, a junior outside hitter at 5'6". Number 10 is Emma Anderson, a sophomore defensive specialist at 5'5". And number 11 is Jalen Hovinga, a sophomore right side hitter at 5'7". The libero for the Indians is number 20, Keevan Jones, a senior defensive specialist at 5'4", and she will play the libero this evening. For the Garner Hayfield Ventura Cardinals, number 1 is Allie Durr. She's a sophomore defensive specialist at 5'4". Number 7 is Haley Smith, the libero, at senior at 5'5". Number 10 is Chloe Frank, a senior at 6 foot. Number 11 is Greta Gouge, a sophomore. Number 13 is Liz Richardson, a junior at 6 foot. Number 14 is Kennedy Frayne, a sophomore setter. And at number 15 is Riley Frayne, a senior outside hitter at 5'10". Mariel Levy in her 3rd season is the head coach of the Garner Hayfield Ventura Cardinals. Lacey Jerome in her 11th season is the head coach of the Forest City Indians. We'll take a break. National Anthem is next, followed by the first serve between Forest City and GHV right here on KIOW.com and KIOW.
Treating our patients' dental needs for almost 50 years, and our philosophy has always been to treat our patients as family. Become a part of our family. Call Wilson Dental in Forest City, where your smile is our reward.
Miller Pharmacy of Forest City, celebrating 25 years of service. Miller Pharmacy has complete prescription service, free delivery in town, and prescriptions by mail, along with curbside pickup at Mercy One Clinic, Forest City. Open Monday through Friday, as well as Saturday mornings. Good luck, Indians, from Miller Pharmacy of Forest City, celebrating 25 years.
FCIS Insurance is proud to support our local athletes throughout the year. Let FCIS be your partner, not just your agent, helping you with all your insurance needs. With multiple carriers, we can get you the best coverage for the best price. Call us today at 800-331-1520. Good luck, Indians, from FCIS Insurance.
Your vehicle has been in an accident. You need Dale's Body Shop of Forest City. Dale's has been repairing vehicles since 1980. With Dale's, you'll receive high-quality work and professional service. Dale's is also a diamond dealer for WeatherTech and Ultimate Lining Spray-On bed liners. Dale's Body Shop of Forest City.
Top Dead Center Truck Equipment of Forest City. Top Dead Center is a full-line Western dealer with blades and snow control equipment. They also carry truck accessories of all kinds, fifth wheel hitches, LED lights, and more. Call 641-512-5529. Top Dead Center Truck Equipment of Forest City.
Welcome back here to Garner Hayfield Ventura High School as we get set for Forest City and Garner Hayfield Ventura. As you see the teams down on the court right now shaking hands. Back to that. Of course, we didn't have that a year ago when it came to shaking hands. You know, one of the things that we saw on Thursday night, we were kind of waiting to see, was they changed things up last year with the COVID-19, of course, without shaking hands, but also they didn't switch benches last year. With going back and forth from one side to another with COVID-19. I noticed on Thursday night in Forest City, again, they kept that and kept the COVID-19 version of not switching sides. So we'll see if that's a permanent thing here for Forest City, and we'll see what happens. Big crowd on hand as we get set for this one. A huge Forest City crowd right in front of us. Good Garner Hayfield Ventura crowd across the way as well. Forest City is in their gray jerseys again this evening. They have white numbers outlined in gray, Indians in gray outlined in white across the back of the jersey. The libero jersey for Kevin Jones is white with gray numbers. Those gray numbers are outlined in black instead of being outlined in gray. Garner Hayfield Ventura is wearing black jerseys, all black jerseys. They have red numbers outlined in white with GHV on the backs of them. Cardinal logo in the top right-hand corner for GHV. We're set. Garner Hayfield Ventura will serve first from right to left. It'll be Riley Frayne who will do the first serving, and we are underway here from Garner Hayfield of Ventura High School. Shea Dillevu will put it over. Frayne takes it back for GHV. Here's a strike from Chloe Frank, and it's going to be kill number 1 for GHV. They lead Forest City 1-0. Chloe Frank, the dominant force, going to be one of the dominant forces for GHV in this contest this evening. Frank comes in leading the team in kills. Now this serve is going to miss long, and it's going to be a point for Forest City. So each team will pick up 1 point, and Forest City will serve. Serving first for Forest City is number 5, Jaden Jerome, who will serve now from left to right. Jerome's serve is going to go long. It hits the net off of the hands of Haley Smith, who's actually wearing number 9 tonight. It's going to be an ace serve for Jerome, her first of the evening. Remember, Forest City had 18 ace serves in night number 1. It's only their second night out. Jerome didn't have any of them, so now she's got her first one of the season. She will serve once again, and it'll be back-to-back ace serves for Jaden Jerome, as that one also is going to find the bleachers off of one hit for Forest City. So the Indians get back-to-back ace serves from Jaden Jerome, and they lead 3-1 early here in set number 1. Jerome will serve again from left to right. It's taken by Frayne. That's Riley Frayne. Now pushed over the net for GHV by Gouge, and finally Forest City is going to slam it home. So Forest City will have a 4-1 lead. Jaden Jerome will continue to serve for the Indians. She serves near the near side. Everybody kind of has their own location. Some serve in the middle of the court, some serve on the far side. Jerome serves on the near side, closest to the bench in the Forest City crowd. Across the net from left to right goes the volleyball for Jerome. It's taken and free-balled over by Chloe Frank. Here comes Forest City, set up by Jerome. Helgeson will find her first kill of the evening as she slams that one down. And it's quickly Forest City 5 and GHV 1. Jerome will continue to serve for the Indians. 2 ace serves in this session for the Indians. Has been able to get them all in so far. This one taken by Frayne. That's Riley Frayne. Now Kennedy Frayne pushed back over by Riley Frayne. Here's Jaden Jerome. Up to Hovinga, who sends it long, and it'll be a GHV point. So Hovinga gets that one pushed long, and GHV will get a side out, and they will take the volleyball, and it will be the libero, Haley Smith. Smith will wear 7 if she's just playing a back row position. She wears 9 when she is in the libero position. Jerome to Hovinga, and that's long, and it's back-to-back points for GHV. They've got it back to within 2. It's 5-3. It'll be Smith who will serve once again from right to left across your screen. Smith serves more in the middle of the court wearing that red libero jersey to Forest City's libero, Kevin Jones. Now Helgeson brings one down. Good dig there by Durr. Finally going to be over by Chloe Frank. Good communication there, Liz Richardson, and Frank communicating who it was going to be. It's going to be a point for Garner Hayfield Ventura on a whistle against Forest City. So it's 5-4, 3 straight points now for the Cardinals after Forest City took 5 straight. Jerome will set this one up. Pushed over by Helgeson, taken by Durr. Now over by Chloe Frank, and that's in. Jerome dove for it, but wasn't able to catch up to it. And Garner Hayfield Ventura has scored 4 straight points to tie Forest City at 5. It's 5 apiece. Haley Smith will go back to serve again. She's a senior at 5'5", sends it over, taken by Emma Anderson. Now Jerome. Here's Hovinga from the 10-foot volleyball line. Here's Kennedy Frayne to Frank, over. Taken by Jaden Jerome, the far side. Dillevu comes down with a big crush. Dillevu has a kill. Forest City will take the service back as they score, and it's now 6-5. So GHV got back to within Forest City, but wasn't able to take a lead as the Indians will get it back. It's 6-5 Forest City as Kevin Jones will serve from left to right. Jones, one of the better servers on Forest City's team, was the best for Forest City a year ago, and a double hit is going to be called against GHV, so Forest City will take another one, and it's 7-5. Jones nearly 97% serving last year for Forest City, meaning not getting any errors. And it'll be an ace serve for her, who will have one now, and Forest City scores 3 straight to make it 8-5. So the Indians, again, taking a big lead. Last time they had a huge lead, GHV was able to fight all the way back. See if they're able to do so again. Taken by Riley Frayne. Now Smith. Frank will have to get it over. She does. Taken by Lambert. Set up by Jerome. Over by Dillevue. Now taken by Kennedy Frayne. Here's Chloe Frank over. And that one will be underneath the net, and it's going to be a GHV point. So Forest City scores 3 straight to take an 8-5 lead. Here comes GHV back with one, and it's 8-6. Kennedy Frayne will serve now, the youngest Frayne, sophomore, as that one will go out. As it'll be a service error, it'll be now 9-6. Forest City back in the lead by 3. It's 9-6. Shea Dillevue will be in to serve, as we'll see another sophomore in for Forest City for the first time tonight, as Holland will step in. Over by Frank, and it's going to be a whistle and 4 hits against Garner Hayfield Ventura, so Forest City back to a 4-point lead. It's 10-6. Dillevue will serve once again for the Indians from left to right. Middle of the court is where she serves from. Taken by Riley Frayne all the way over the net, and a good job by Carly Lambert at the top of the net as that one was dug out by Frayne. Went back to the middle of the net, and Lambert wins the battle at the top of the net, batting it back down to the floor, and then Forest City is up by 5. It's 11-6. Dillevue over, taken by Smith. Now Kennedy Frayne. Liz Richardson brings it over. Forest City's side now. Lambert will have to send it over. Taken by Riley Frayne. Now Kennedy Frayne. Frank will just push it over. Dillevue diving attempt. She's not able to catch up to it. GHV will get a side out, and it's 11-7. 11-7 now the score. Forest City leads by 4 in this tightly contested battle. Every time the Indians are able to try to extend their lead, then GHV is able to mount a comeback, and that's why we've got only a 4-point Indian lead. Good job there by Lambert as she sends one down. It's dug out by Frank, but nobody's able to catch up to it after it's dug out, and it's 12-7. Forest City leads here in set number 1. Forest City in GHV, the 7th game of the year, 7th match of the year for the Cardinals, only the 2nd for Forest City, both of them conference. Kennedy Frayne sets it up. Richardson over, taken by the Indians. Dillevue, Hovinga, now Lambert over the nets, and it's out. That one will go long off the hands of Lambert, and it's 12-8. Forest City lead is now to 4. Smith will go out. Number 11, Greta Gouge will come in. She's a sophomore middle hitter, and she steps in. Dug out by Hovinga off the serve. Here's Jerome. Big block at the net for Gouge, and nicely thrown in on the back of the court by Dillevue. It was blocked by Gouge, assisted by Van Dusseldorf, who's over on the far side, and it went all the way back over to the Forest City side where Dillevue smacked it over the net, and it gets in just on the back line, barely sneaking in. Now Lambert will serve for the Indians. Good sidewinding serve taken by GHV. Smith from the back line will have to send it over. She does. Here's Holland to Frayne. It's going to be a Forest City point. It got in for Frayne, but they're going to say she was in the net, and it's a Forest City point. So the Indians lead 14-8 now. A 6-point Indian lead over the net. Taken by the Cardinals. Smith over, taken by Lambert. Hovinga and in the antenna off of the hands of Forest City's Regan Helgeson, and it's going to be a point for GHV, now 14-9. Allie Hess will come in, and Hess will go straight back to serve. The sophomore, 5'6", will serve from right to left, and she starts all the way back at the wall and will make a running attempt at it before she jump serves over. Dillevue takes the hard serve. Now a 10-foot volleyball line taken over by Helgeson. Set up. Big set there from Kennedy Frayne. Gets it to Gouge, and Gouge smacked it home. It did tip off the net for a little bit. Forest City almost had a chance to bring it back up, but it gets down for a point for GHV. And going to have an injury, and Forest City will have to make a substitution as Holland is going to come out. She kind of took that one awkwardly. It's a point for GHV. It's 14-10, and Coming in is Brooklyn Kraft for the Indians as Holland is hurt. Hopefully she is okay. That one off the serve, into the basketball hoop, into the ceiling. Forest City able to play it, though, on their side. Gouge will send it over. Now Hovinga for Forest City, pushed over by Jaden Jerome. Now back to the GHV side. Frayne, that's Kennedy Frayne to Riley Frayne. It's blocked and comes over the net for Forest City. Blocked by the Indians, but bounced all the way back to the Forest City side. Off the block, here's Kennedy Frayne now to the GHV side, pushed over by Gouge. Now a battle for it at the top of the net. The Indians are trying to keep it alive. A good job by Hovinga to put it in the air. Jerome made a diving attempt at it, but it's going to be a point for GHV as the Cardinals are again back to within 3 points. Forest City taking the lead again. Had a 14-8 lead, and now it's GHV that's back to within 4, but the serve goes into the net for Hess, and it'll be 15-11. Forest City back to the lead by 4. Emma Anderson will check in for the Indians as Kraft will go out. Emma Anderson will come in to serve in that spot. Allie Durr will come in for GHV as Hess will go out after she just helped GHV get back to within 4, serving a moment ago. Anderson will serve. This one is taken by GHV by Durr. Set up by Kennedy Frayne. Here's Riley Frayne, dug out by Kevin Jones. And that one's into the net. Forest City unable to retrieve it off the dig, and it's a GHV point. It's now 15-12. GHV back to within 3 again. First set, 15-12. Forest City with the lead. Riley Frayne will serve. Hovinga to Jerome, over, dug out by Kennedy Frayne. Here's Riley Frayne. Pushed over by Frank, and it falls in. Nobody from Forest City was able to get it off the block. And it's now a 15-13 match. Back to within 2 points here in set number 1. And that one's set long, and Forest City again will lead by 3, 16-13. Sets have been hard to come by for GHV over Forest City. Forest City has won 33 of the last 37 sets in the series. But we're neck and neck in this one. It's 16-14 as the serve will go into the net. So back to within 2. Liz Richardson will come in now. The first matchup, the early matchup, September 1st. There's an ace serve, and GHV's back to within 1. Only a couple times have they been to within 1 since Forest City kind of extended their lead again, and they're back to within 1 once again. It's 16-15. It is Smith doing the serving, so we were neck and neck at the beginning. Forest City was taking big leads. GHV was coming back, and we're tied at 16. Miscommunication by Forest City. The Indians just having a miscommunication there. Nobody able to get it, and it's now 16-16, so GHV has battled back now a couple of times. Smith sends it over, taken by Jerome. Pass to Hovinga. Kennedy Frayne. Liz Richardson now back to the Forest City side. Here's Emma Anderson who has to free ball it. Kennedy Frayne. Chloe Frank just taps it over. Forest City will receive. Here's Helgeson. Now Kennedy Frayne. Frank sends it long, and Forest City leads once again. Every time GHV gets back tied or gets back to within 1, Forest City has been able to kind of extend that lead once again, so we'll see if they're able to do so. It's 17-16. Forest City in the lead. We'll see a serve from Jones. Sends it over, taken by Riley Frayne. Now Kennedy Frayne. Here's Frank. Tip to the net. Forest City will take it a little bit easier as Lambert sends it over. Now Durr. Kennedy Frayne. Frank blocked to the net by Forest City. Big block between Jalen Hovinga and Shea Dillevue, and Forest City is able to get it back to a 2-point lead. It's 18-16 here in set number 1. Jones will serve from the far side. Gets the serving assignment, sends it over the net. Liz Richardson, taken by Emma Anderson. Big dig. Forest City's got to get it over now with Dillevue. They do. Good sliding pickup there by Riley Frayne. Now Frank, dug out by Kevin Jones, kept alive. Here's Jerome. Now Dillevue sends it down. Big strike there for Shea Dillevue as she was able to get a kill for Forest City. Timeout Cardinals. Forest City back in the lead by 3, 19-16 here in set number 1. We'll be right back on KIOW.
WCTA is committed to providing local phone service, high-speed internet, and the most reliable digital TV. They proudly support local schools, events, and charities. Their employees are your friends and neighbors who live and work in your community. WCTA is your local telecommunications cooperative.
Kingland Construction Services of Forest City currently has capacity for renovation and remodel projects, while the large projects experience delays. We have master craftsmen available to help you with your project from start to finish. Put them to work for you by calling 641-585-0101 today. Kingland Construction Services of Forest City.
Back here to Garner Hayfield Ventura High School as 4A City has taken what they're hoping is the decisive lead here in set number 1, leading 19-16. The Indians led early. GHV got it back tied. Then 4A City took another large lead. GHV got it back to within 2. 4A City took a 14-8 lead, which ended up turning into a 16-16 all tie. And since then, 4A City has scored 3 straight to make it 19-16, and they have the serve with Kevin Jones. It's over the net, taken by Frayne. Now Frank will just free ball it over. Hovinga sets it up to Dillevue. Dillevue taps it over. Taken by Smith. Now Kennedy Frayne. Liz Richardson sends it long, and it's a 4-point lead for 4A City. Indians 5 points away from set number 1. Taking set number 1. 20-16 is the Forest City lead here in set 1. This top of Iowa Conference battle between these two teams in the western side. GHV will have to just get it over to the 4A City side. Nearly got in, though. 4A City was trying to figure out who was going to go after it. And it's going to be a 4A City point. I believe a lift is coming. It is. A lift called against GHV. And it's now 21-16, a 5-point lead. So 4A City scores 2 straight out of the GHV timeout to take a 21-16 lead. Over the net, and it's in for an ace serve. Everybody let it go. They thought it was going long. Kevin Jones sends it down for an ace. And 4A City now 3 points away from set number 1. 22-16 is their lead. Kevin Jones will send it over. Dug out there by Durr. Now Smith from the back row. Frayne will just send it over. Emma Anderson. Dillevue pushed it over. Now Kennedy Frayne. Here's Chloe Frank to the 4A City side. On the 10-foot volleyball line, sent long by Lambert. And GHV will get a side out. 22-17 is the lead. Substitutions will come in as Durr will head to the bench. And Emily Van Dusseldorf, the junior, will come in. 5'8" is what she stands. And it'll be Kennedy Frayne who will serve for GHV, taken by Dillevue, and it's blocked back down. The dig came all the way to the top of the net. And Chloe Frank used that large body of hers to send it right back down to the floor. And it's now 22-18. Back-to-back points for GHV. They have it back to within 4. Here's Kennedy Frayne. Sends it to Emma Anderson in the back row. Taken by Dillevue. Now Lambert kind of had to take it awkwardly and just take it with the back of her fist and go over with it. And sent long by Chloe Frank. So 4A City will be 2 points away from set number 1. Substitution. Good sign for 4A City as Sophia Holland comes back in. Holland went out with an injury earlier in this set, so good sign to see her back in. 4A City will serve, taken by Kennedy Frayne. It's just batted over the net by Van Dusseldorf. 4A City sends it back over. Can GHV return? No. And 4A City is 1 point away from taking their 34th set in the last 38 sets against GHV. 24-18 is the lead here in set number 1. Thanks for joining us here on KIOW, live at KIOW.com. Dillevue to the back row, taken by Riley Frayne. Kennedy Frayne pushed over by Frank. Now Jerome, big dig back to Richardson, but a good job by Hovinga. Batted it up, now Holland over and out. 4A City did a really good job of keeping that one alive as it was dug from the back row all the way into a spot where Liz Richardson tried to deposit that back onto the 4A City side with a block, but the Indians were able to keep it alive, but just a bit long, 24-19. And we'll see a serve into the net, and that will end it here in set number 1. So GHV's service error will give 4A City a win in the first set. The Indians lead 1-0. We'll come back in 2 minutes for set number 2 as 4A City and GHV are battling here in the top of Iowa Conference.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to shove these $20 bills down the drain. Ah, there we go.
Having an old water softener is like shoving money down the drain. But a new Culligan softener can save money and a ton of salt. Culligan, better water, pure and simple.
Forest City Family Dentistry, downtown on J Street. Dr. Layla can now place crowns in one visit. No clumsy temporary or return appointment needed. Also ask us about replacing missing teeth with affordable dental implants. Visit the place that puts a smile on your face. Forest City Family Dentistry. Call 585-4636.
MBT Bank in Forest City, Clear Lake, Lake Mills, and Rochester, proudly serving our customers for 75 years. We've got all your financial needs covered, from loans, CDs, savings, and more. Where will you go with MBT? MBTBank.bank, member FDIC.
The Farmers Co-op Association of Forest City, Leland and Buffalo Center, Iowa, and Keister and Winnebago, Minnesota, wishes our athletes good luck. See the Farmers Co-op for all your feed, seed, chemical, and fuel needs. Serving the area since 1916. The Farmers Co-op Association.
Stephenson Construction of Forest City. Looking to replace a door or some windows? Small remodeling jobs or just different odd carpentry jobs around your home or business? Call Denny or Jay Stephenson today at 585-3076. Good luck, Indians, from Stephenson Construction of Forest City.
And KIOW.com for a City. Garner Hayfield Ventura doing battle here in volleyball action tonight. The Indians take the first set 25-19 as the Indians now take their 34th set in the last 38 against GHV. Forest City trying to win for a 12th straight match against the Cardinals. The Cardinals haven't beaten the Indians since October of 2013, the last time that GHV was able to get past Forest City. That was a postseason game. GHV eliminating Forest City in the postseason there on the brink of November, October 31st, 2013, a 3-2 set that went the favor of Garner Hayfield Ventura, 3-2. And that was the last time GHV beat Forest City in sets. And actually, Forest City was able to beat GHV for most of that year. GHV took the first one earlier in 2013. Then they played once in a tournament. Forest City one played again later on in 2013. Forest City took that one. And then GHV, they actually played, they played 4 times in 2013, the most they've played in the years since then. And Forest City was able to win 2 of them. GHV won 2 of them, but GHV won when it mattered. They won in the postseason and eliminated the Indians from the postseason in 2013. And since then, Forest City has rattled off 11 straight victories. Emma Anderson will serve for Forest City first from left to right. We are getting set to get underway here in set number 2. It's the Indians and the Cardinals. We are underway with a serve from Emma Anderson taken by Chloe Frank. Now Kennedy Frayne, a whistle and a point for Forest City. A double hit called on Frayne into Forest City point to lead this one early, 1-0. The Indians also took the lead in set number 1 early before GHV making a little bit of a comeback. The Cardinals took the first point though, and Forest City will take the first 2 here as Riley Frayne sends that one into the net, and it'll be 2-0. GHV took the first point. Forest City came back and scored 5 straight to make it 5-1. GHV then made it 5-5 before Forest City took another large lead, and from there it was just a back and forth battle. Forest City able to make it count at the end of the set though when it mattered. Here's Dillavu over the net, tipped out of bounds by GHV, and it's 3 straight for Forest City to start off set number 2 with 3-0 Indians. Emma Anderson has served the entire way and will continue to serve for Forest City. Serving from left to right. That's going to be an ace. Beautifully placed serve. That one was called perfectly from the bench for the Indians, and it's now 4-0. Anderson will look over once again and figure out her serving assignment. Sent over the net, taken by Durr, and it's going to be into the net. GHV unable to return it. It won't be an ace. Forest City, though, leads 5-0. A lot of the volleyball spectators and fans don't know, but it's not just a random choice for a volleyball server. They don't just, that one's into the net. Anderson Throws her hands in the air, though. She did good. Got Forest City a 5-1 lead to start things off. But, a lot of people think that somebody goes back to serve and they just decide randomly in their head, okay, I'm just going to send it over the net and see where it goes, let her fly. But that's not the case as GHV serves. Forest City returns. Here come the Cardinals with Frank, and that one's sent in. 5-2 GHV. As the Cardinals back to within 3. There's actually usually somebody on the bench. Sometimes the head coach when they're walking around. If you see them walking around with a notepad or a pad of paper or something, they're usually using that to conceal where they're serving it to. But usually it's somebody sitting on the bench, an assistant coach, as both teams will fight for this one back and forth. 5-2 here in set number 1. Durr sends it over, taken by Hovinga. Now blocked by GHV. 3 straight points for the Cardinals. It's 5-3, and we're back to within 2 points. As Riley Frayne will serve this one. GHV has got it back to within 2 once again after Forest City led 5-0. Taken by Jones. Over the net, pushed over by Helgeson. Now Frank comes back. Good job there by Anderson. Now Dillevue with a big strike, but she's into the net. 4 straight points for GHV. It's 5-4. The Indians took a 5-0 lead. GHV has come back and made it 5-4. Riley Frayne still serving. We've got another tight one. Helgeson, Hovinga, Dillevue over, and this one's out. 5 straight for GHV. We're tied at 5. Forest City takes first 5. GHV comes back and takes the second 5, and it's a 5-5 matchup. Here comes Frayne now. She'll send it over, taken by the Indians, pushed up by Helgeson, and that one's blocked, but it falls back on the GHV side, and it'll be a Forest City point. Big block at the net for the Cardinals, but they're unable to block it back to the Forest City side. It comes down. They weren't tight enough against the net. If you're a little bit off the net, that's what's going to happen. It's going to block and it's going to come straight down. They got to be tighter on the net, so when it blocks, it goes over to the Forest City side. This one barely trickles over the net. Tough for GHV to return. They do with Frank, though. Forest City keeps it alive. Great play there by Jerome. Here's Dillevue over Frank. Durr. And miscommunication. We had a collision between Gouge and Chloe Frank. Collided in the middle of the court going after the volleyball. And they kind of tripped each other, and neither of them were able to get to it. So Forest City will lead now again by 2, 7-5. Here's Riley Frayne. Gouge slams one in. And it's 7-6. Big smackdown there by Gouge as she will come out of the game. Liz Richardson will come back in. So Richardson, Frank, and Kennedy Frayne in the front row here for GHV. And that one's going to be a Forest City point as Richardson unable to get it over the net. 8-6, I believe. Yeah, okay. I was waiting to confirm with the scoreboard. They did move it now. 8-6 is the Forest City lead. Kevin Jones over the net, taken by Smith. Now Kennedy Frayne. Here's Chloe Frank down and in. She kills that one down. It's back to an 8-7 lead for Forest City. 8-7 is the lead for the Cardinals, wearing their black jerseys, red numbers. Forest City with gray jerseys and white numbers across the net. Jerome over by Lambert, and it's pushed out of bounds by GHV. Will be a Forest City point now, 9-7. Sophia Holland will check back in as Dillevue will serve for the Indians from left to right. Taken by Van Dusseldorf, and it's going to be a Forest City point. Double hit called on the Cardinals. So double hit is whistled, and it's now 10-7. Forest City leads by 3. Indians trying to take a lead once again. Over the net, taken by GHV. Kennedy Frayne, Chloe Frank over the net. Here's Jerome. Jerome to Hovinga. Block attempt by Frank and Richardson. The two big bodies in front, unable to block it though, and it falls down. And it's a Forest City point once again. Indians back in the lead by 4. This set is pretty much resembling our first set, besides the fact that Forest City took the first 5 points in set number 1, where GHV took the first point before Forest City rattled off 5 in the first set. Here's Lambert over, taken by Kennedy Frayne. Now Smith, they've got to go over. They do, and it's in. Good push over there by Chloe Frank. She just pushed it over the net, and it lands in the back left corner right in the little pocket before it goes out of bounds, and it's a point for GHV. They're back to within 3. It's 11-8. Chloe Frank will serve. From right to left, she will serve it over the net, taken by Forest City. Jerome over to Lambert. Battle for it at the net, put down by the Cardinals. Back-to-back points for GHV, has it now 11-9. Forest City took set number 1, 25-19. Now they lead here in set number 2, 11-9, but back-to-back points for the Cardinals have them back to within 2. Jerome over by Hovinga. No, into the net. Hovinga into the net. So 3 straight for the Cardinals. Now it's 11-10. Back and forth we go. Chloe Frank serving once again. From right to left. Lambert, Jerome. Holland blocked to the net by GHV. Forest City trying to keep it alive. No. It's going to be a point double hit against the Indians, and it's now 11-11. We're tied. We are tied at 11. Forest City is led by 5, by as much as 5, and it's 11-11 now. Out. Chloe Frank trying to tiptoe that back line and try to put one in, but goes out off the back line, and it's now 12-11. Forest City back in the lead. Hovinga will serve, taken by Frank. Now Kennedy Frayne to Richardson over. Forest City takes Dillavu, Hovinga, Lambert, Smith, too long, and GHV is unable to get it. Smith bumps it near the stands. A good effort by Kennedy Frayne, the sophomore, going after it, nearly crashing into the bleachers, but Forest City scores back-to-back to take a 13-11 lead. For GHV, they're just playing too much comeback. They got to try to rattle some off, and that one's going to be gone. And it's now 13-12 as that one's sent out of bounds. But for GHV, they get back to, tied or maybe a point or 2 points down from Forest City, but then they let Forest City rattle off 5, 6, 7 points, and then they try to play comeback the entire time. And it's hard to keep rattling points off. Gouge trying to go over, blocked by Forest City, back to the GHV side, pushed over now by Riley Frayne. Jerome over, taken by Riley Frayne, pushed over now by Chloe Frank. Here's Hovinga to Holland, dug again by Chloe Frank, right back to Jerome, pushed over by the Indians, but dug out by GHV, and Gouge hits that one into the net, and Forest City back in the lead by 2, 14-12. So it's the Indians 14, the Cardinals 12, as it'll be Carly Lambert serving for the Indians from left to right. Taken by Kennedy Frayne, Gouge over. Dillavu set up by Hovinga. Jerome puts one in. So Forest City able to get a kill, and it's now 15-12. Again, we just talked about it. GHV gets tied or back to within 1 point, and then Forest City goes on a long run, and GHV playing catch-up the entire time. It's hard to continue to play catch-up as that one sent long, just long, and it's going to be now 15-13, so back to within 2. So this is where GHV, they've rattled off 5 points to try to catch Forest City. This is where, if they were to rattle off 5 points, they would have their first lead that's not at the very beginning of a set, and it's going to be a 1-point matchup as a lift is called against Regan Helgeson. So it'll be Hess who will serve from right to left. Sophomore, 5'6", outside hitter, and this one's into the net. So GHG gets to within 1, but then a service error gives Forest City a 2-point lead once again. Durr will come in as Hess will go out. Holland will come out while Emma Anderson will go in, and she will serve for the Indians. She will serve from left to right. 16-14 is the Forest City lead. Over the net, taken by Chloe Frank. Smith and Kennedy Frayne collide. Riley Frayne's got a free ball it over. Emma Anderson set up by Hovinga. Now over, it's a GHV point. What did 4A City do? They are called for a lift. So 4A City called for a lift. It's a GHV point. They get the serve back. And Riley Frayne will go back and send it over the net. 15-16, 16-15, 4A City in the lead. Here's Helgeson. Dillavu down for a kill. Just lightly. You don't always have to crush it. Dillavu is pretty good at that. It's what makes her tough to get a block against, because sometimes she's going to smack it, sometimes she's just going to lightly tap it over. That time it's a light tap, and it's a 4A City point. They're back in the lead by 2, 17-15. Jerome will serve from left to right. Starting on the near side. And GHV unable to return. 4A City back in the lead by 3. Again, 4A City taking a big lead here. Trying to take a big lead towards the end of a set. 18-15. Into the net. So 4A City sends one into the net. It's back to a 2-point lead, 18-16. Liz Richardson will come in for GHV, while Smith will go back and serve over the net, taken by Kevin Jones with the serve. Now here's Hovinga, dug out by Smith. Here's Kennedy Frayne. Richardson will send it over, taken by Kevin Jones. Dillavu, Helgeson down. It's off the hands of Durr. It'll be a 4A City point. Helgeson with a smack over the net, off the hands of Durr, and it's a 4A City point. Indians back in the lead, 19-16. This is where 4A City was when they rattled off a large run last time. They were at 19-16 before they ended up taking a big lead. Riley Frayne, and then ended up closing out the set. Pushed over by Helgeson. Richardson now for GHV, back to the 4A City side. Dillavu, it's in. Riley Frayne made a diving attempt to try to keep it alive, but it goes out of bounds. And it's a 20-16 lead, 4A City by 4. 5 points away from taking the victory here in set 2. Kevin Jones over the net, taken by Frayne. And it's dug out by Frayne, back to the 4A City side, blocked down. And the Indians score again, 21-16. Timeout GHV. The Cardinals will take their second and final timeout. No, I think this is only the first one of the set. Excuse me, they took one in set number 1. Take their first one here in set number 2. 21-16, we're back for more volleyball right after this.
Waldorf University in Forest City. With scholarships available up to full tuition, athletics, fine arts, and over 35 clubs and organizations, you'll have the opportunity to find your passion while getting a world-class education. On campus or online, find support from a community that makes you feel at home. Find out more today at waldorf.edu.
Advanced Door Systems of Forest City. Advanced Door Systems is your Raynor and CHI overhead door dealer. They also service any...
Back here to Garner Hayfield Ventura High School, where 4A City has a 21-16 lead, trying to close out set number 2. Taken by Riley Frayne, now to Kennedy Frayne. Here's Chloe Frank over the net, taken by the Indians. Jerome pushed over by Dillavu. Riley Frayne will get it. Durr and GHV unable to get a little miscommunication of who was going to go after the volleyball. And before they hit it the third time, they had to hit it twice, and then it falls in between about 3 defenders before they hit it for a third time, and 4A City leads 22-16. Kevin Jones sends it over, taken by Durr. Now Kennedy Frayne to Chloe Frank, dug out by Kevin Jones. 4A City keeps it alive off the net. No, they're going to say the Indians lift. They're going to call a lift on Jerome, and it's now 22-17. Jerome tried to play that one out of the net. The big dig from the back went into the net, and Jerome tried to play it out of the net, but she was called for a lift. In doing so, she knew she needed to get some more height on it for 4A City to try to keep that ball alive, and her doing so caused a lift. Big dig for Kennedy Frayne, pushed back to the 4A City side. Here's Hovinga, Lambert over, taken by Kennedy Frayne. Now Smith, Chloe Frank, 4A City, a diving attempt by Jones, and it's down for a kill. Chloe Frank with a kill there for the Cardinals. It's 22-18, back to a 4-point lead are the Cardinals. If they're going to make a run in the set number 2, they got to do so now. Kevin Jones, Dillavu trying to get it over. She does. Liz Richardson sends it long. And Forest City just 2 points away, 23-18. The Indians will serve. Sophia Holland will come in while Emma Anderson will go out. A back row, front row switch there for Forest City. From left to right, we'll see Shea Dillavu trying to end things for the Indians, but she sends it into the net, so GHV with new life. Chloe Frank will serve. Forest City needs to score 2 points. GHV needs 6. Holland. And she'll find a kill as GHV unable to dig that one, and the Indians now just 1 point away. Indians trying to take set number 2 after taking set number 1, 25-19. Trying to take set number 2, 25-19. They will do so with a point here. Kennedy Frayne, GHV's got to go over with it. They do. Richardson, Hovinga, Dillavu, 10-foot volleyball line. Dillavu sends it over. Kennedy Frayne, Richardson. It's a Forest City point, and that will end set 2. Double hit called on GHV. Both set 1 and set 2 go to Forest City, 25-19. We'll take a break. We'll come back in a couple of minutes, and we'll talk about set number 3 as Forest City trying to close out a straight sets victory against GHV. We'll see if they can do so when we come back in a couple of minutes.
Burgers, cheese curds, onion rings, chicken tenders, and more. Available daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Finish your meal with a tasty root beer float, shake, polar swirl, or soft serve ice cream. A&W Family Restaurant, where the food is as good as the root beer, Highway 69 North in Forest City.
The Super Bowl at Forest City is open nightly for league and open bowling, with Cosmic Bowling Friday and Saturday nights, with karaoke Saturday nights as well. Enjoy food from the grill or delicious blue cheesy pizza to complete your experience. The Super Bowl, Highway 9 East, Forest City.
Larson Plumbing, Heating, Affordable.
Don't worry about it.
Lennox dealer. They offer energy-efficient Lennox heating and air conditioning solutions for homes and businesses of all sizes. For complete plumbing service, call 797-2219 today. Larson Plumbing, Heating, Affordable, your Lennox dealer. Missile Insurance and Realty of Forest City. Whether buying or selling a home, Tim Missile and Pat Lubbock have the market experience to help you follow your dream. Missile Insurance and Realty can help you insure that dream once you find it. Missile Insurance and Realty in Forest City. Call 641-582-3554.
Holland Contracting in Forest City for earth moving, Varco Pruden metal buildings, farm drainage, directional drilling, demolition, tire shop, and more. Call the construction experts at 641-585-2231. Holland Contracting in Forest City, dedicated to making the region a better place, one project at a time.
Battling in volleyball action tonight on top of Iowa Conference as the Indians are trying to close out set number 2. Forest City, or rather close out in straight sets here in set number 3. They won set number 1 and set number 2 by the same margin of 25-19. And we've seen similar games so far in both of these ones as Forest City has at some point taken out to an early lead. GHV catches up. Forest City then takes a little bit of a medium lead. And GHV is caught up before Forest City takes a lead at the end and able to keep the lead and find wins 25-19. Riley Frayne will serve first for the Cardinals here in set number 3. Forest City will receive the third set. Forest City trying to make this their 9th straight set victory over GHV in that 12 if they win. Forest City will start 1-0. If Forest City wins, this will be their 12th straight victory in matches against GHV, dating back to October 31st of 2013. And of those 12 straight victories, 9 of them, if Forest City wins here in straight sets, will be in straight sets, as that one's into the net. And Forest City takes an early 2-0 lead. So that means GHV has only scored, has only won sets in, they've won sets in 3 years. In that or in 3 games rather, a couple of games happening in multiple years. They did take a set from Forest City in the opener a year ago in 2020, as that one is sent out off the hands of Chloe Frank, unable to return by Forest City, and it's now 2-1 is the lead. So in 2020, GHV won one of the games that Forest City and GHV played was 3-1, as Forest City will receive the serve from the Cardinals. Hovinga is blocked and it goes out of bounds. No, they're going to say it's in. Forest City thought it was out, they let it go. The Indians started to celebrate, and the line judge says, nope, it is in. And so it's back-to-back points for GHV, and we're tied 2-2. GHV trying to take their first lead, they do. GHV takes their first lead here in set number 1, and it's actually the first lead for GHV that isn't 1-0. They took a 1-0 lead in set number 1. Other than that, they have not led in these 3 sets, and will be tied at 3-3, as that lead did not last very long as the serve goes into the net. So they took 1 set on September 1st of 2020. They took 1 set in August 29th of 2017, and they took 2 sets on August 30th of 2016. Those were the only 4 sets that GHV has taken over Forest City in the past 12 games they've played in. That one is on the line and in, as Kennedy Frayne let it go. This time it goes back and forth now. Forest City let one go. That was in now. Kennedy Frayne lets one go, thinking it's going to go out, and it lands on the line, and it's a Forest City point. The Indians now lead 4-3. Back-to-back points for Forest City. And Liz Richardson sends one long. It's 5-3. 5-3 Forest City here in set number 3. Kevin Jones will serve now from left to right, as the Indians trying to close things out here in straight sets. Chloe Frank over, taken by Emma Anderson. Jerome now to Hovinga, and she slams one down. Forest City trying to start 2-0. GHV off to a 5-1 start so far this season. They went 5-0 on Saturday and won their tournament right here. This one sent over and in. It's an ace serve for Kevin Jones. And it's now 7-3. Great place serve there for Jones. 7-3, Forest City in the lead. And Jones will continue to serve. Taken by Durr. Now Riley Frayne from the 10-foot volleyball line. It's Frank. Forest City with the big block. GHV kept it alive. Another Forest City block. Again, GHV keeps it alive. Now free balled by Chloe Frank. Here's Lambert. Blocked at the net, and it's down for a point. GHV kept it alive twice in times that Forest City thought they were going to score a point. And it pays dividends as GHV is able to find the point. It's now 7-4. And we'll see Kennedy Frayne serve. Jerome Dillavu crushes one. 8-4, Forest City now in the lead. Sophia Holland will check in, as Emma Anderson will check out, and it will be number 4, Shea Dillavu, who will go back and serve for the Indians. She will send it from left to right. Allie Hess also back in for the Cardinals, as Riley Frayne steps out. Here's Kennedy Frayne. Richardson blocked, and it's in. Big block there for Hovinga, and I believe Lambert was there as well. So a double block for Forest City, and it's now 9-4. Dillavu sends it over the net. Richardson sends it back to the Forest City side. Dillavu, Holland, saved by the Cardinals. Can they get it over? They got to. Yes, they do with Hess. Set up by Dillavu, pushed over by Hovinga, taken by Frayne. Good communication there by GHV, figuring out what they want to do. Forest City with a big block, though, back to Hovinga. Sends it over the net, taken by Kennedy Frayne. Now it's Chloe Frank. Dillavu to Holland over the net, and it's a GHV point as Holland is into the net. So Sophia Holland is into the net, and it's a 9-5 lead for the Indians. They lead by 4, as we'll see a serve coming from Chloe Frank. She'll serve it from right to left. Over the net, dug out by Dillavuba, back to the GHV side. Smith over to Van Dusseldorf, who sends it into the net, and it's a Forest City point, 10-5. 10-5 the lead for the Indians, trying to close this out in straight sets over Garner-Hayfield Ventura this evening. Ovinga will send it over, taken by Chloe Frank. Pushed over by Durr. Ovinga blocked by GHV, back to Holland. Forest City will have the free ball taken by the Cardinals, and it's into the net. Good attempt there by Kennedy Frayne, but it goes into the net, and it'll be a point for Forest City. It's now 11-5. Indians lead by 6. And we'll see Ovinga, who will serve for the Indians from left to right. Taken there by the Cardinals. Kennedy Frayne. Hess, blocked. Back to the GHV side. Here's Richardson over. It's a Forest City point, and they're going to get Richardson there for a violation. And it's now 12-5. And Coach Levy is asking the official what the explanation was or what the call was, and she gets the explanation from our up referee tonight, Sarah Tyne. And that's one of the rare times where I think she got an explanation that she actually was okay with. Ovinga over the net. Might have heard Richardson. She was like, oh, okay. Might have been called on her. And now for a City miscommunication. That one falls straight to the ground. Coach Jerome kind of just tips her head back like, whoa. Nobody's paying attention there, and it's now 12-6. Forest City was trying to extend to their largest lead this evening if they would have found another point. But it's now 12-6. Richardson serving for the Cardinals. Pushed over by the Indians, by Jerome. Kennedy Frayne, now Chloe Frank over the net. Forest City has got to return. They got to put it over this time. They do. Holland, and she smacks one down. Sophia Holland with a nice kill. And it's now 13-6. Haley Smith checks back in for GHV as the libero. Forest City sends their libero out as Helgeson will come in. We got timeout Cardinals. Timeout Cardinals, 13-6, Forest City in the lead. We'll take a break. We'll come back. The Indians trying to close it out in straight sets here on KIOW.
MBT Investment Center of Forest City, located at MBT. Whether it's completing your 401k rollover, saving for your child's education, or investing for the future, see Matt Jennings or Troy Hall at the MBT Investment Center. Call 585-IRAs. MBT Investment Center, your partners for financial success.
The Shooters Dining Room is now open. Shooters will continue to have their drive-through window open as well. Check them out on Highway 69 North in Forest City or call ahead at 641-585-5000. That's 641-585-5000. Shooters in Forest City. Dining room and drive-through now open.
Back here to Garner-Hayfield as we get set for some more volleyball action. Forest City trying to sweep GHV in straight sets here this evening. The Cardinals, though, have made some runs. Can they make one here in set number 3 and win it and push us to a game 4? You push it to a game 4, you win a game 4, and then you never know what happens in game 5. GHV is going to try to make a comeback. Now looking good at the moment, though, as the Indians find another point, and it's now 14-6. Carly Lambert will serve from left to right. We are in set 3. It's in for an ace serve. Lambert sends it in. And Forest City has got their lead to 9. Largest of the night for the Indians. Can they keep pursuing it? Lambert sends it over. Dug out by the Cardinals. Pushed over by Hess. Ovinga blocked. Jerome is blocked. Forest City trying to keep it alive. Ovinga will just send it over. I'm sure Forest City was not sure how many times it actually hit it. I was unsure how many times they actually hit it. It's out. GHV sends it out. It's a Forest City point. The Indians lead by 10. Most points Forest City has had against the Cardinals tonight. Now 10 points at 16-6. Things looking really grim, but GHV So far tonight, every time the Forest City Indians have taken a large lead, they have found a way to come back. Can they find a comeback here in set 3, or are the Indians on their way to a straight sets victory? Greta Gouge said, here, let's start it off like this, as she sends one hard down to the floor. The hammer shot there from Gouge, and it's now 16-7. Even Jones will come back in for the Indians, as we'll see Durr go back and serve, and we'll serve it from right to left. Durr into the net, and it's back to a 10-point 4A City lead. So the serve right after a side out there for the Cardinals. They send it back into the net, and it's now 17-7, 4A City with the lead, as Emma Anderson will check in, and she will serve from left to right. Sends it over, taken by Smith. Here's Kennedy Frayne. Now Hess over, dug out by Jones. Can 4A City keep it alive? No. It's a kill for Hess. So Hess will check out now. Hess has been in for a majority here in set number 3. The most she's played in a set here in set 3. Played a ton in this set. Did not in set 1 or set 2. She was mainly in just to serve in the first couple of sets, but has seen some playing time in relief of Riley Frayne here in set number 3. And 4A City will find a kill. It's back to a 10-point 4A City lead. 4A City is very happy with just trading points right now with the Cardinals, because obviously the Indians will be on their way to a straight sets victory. If they are able to continue just to keep trading points, that's what we've done for the last few, just back and forth. GHV gets one, 4A City gets one. Serve received by the Cardinals, back to the 4A City side. Here's Helgeson long. And again, we trade points. GHV gets one, 4A City gets one. 18-9 now the score. Haley Smith will send it over. She will serve, taken by Kevin Jones. Then Jerome went back to get it, kind of collided with Hovinga, and that one's going to get down for a GHV point. So GHV will break the run of going just trading points back and forth as the Cardinals score 2 straight, now 18-10. Dillevue by Jerome. Now Dillevue down. It's in for a 4A City point. Indians back to a 9-point lead, 19-10 as Dillevue scores. And we'll see a serve coming from Kevin Jones. The Indians are 6 points away from their second conference victory. Play 8 conference games on the season. They are big block there by Lambert back to the GHV side. Here's Riley Frayne over, dug out by Kevin Jones. And again blocked by GHV. Can 4A City return? No. And it's now 19-11. Liz Richardson is back in for the Cardinals. Richardson, Van Dusseldorf, and Chloe Frank up front for GHV. Serving is Kennedy Frayne. 4A City run into each other. A couple of players, Dillevue and Jerome, but are able to recoup. Jerome will just dump this one over. Taken by Kennedy Frayne. Richardson blocked. 4A City keeps it alive. Can they get it over? Yes. Now Kennedy Frayne. Here's Smith. Smith now pushed over by Frank. It's out. It's a 4A City point. 20-11 is the score. 4A City leads by 9. The Indians 5 points away from their 12th straight victory in this series against Garner-Hayfield Ventura. Dillevue will serve from left to right here for the Indians. Dillevue serve taken by Frayne. That was Riley Frayne set up by Kennedy Frayne. Richardson unable to send it over, and it's a 4A City point. The Indians 4 points away. Dillevue will serve. Dillevue will send it over. 4A City won the first set 25-19. Second set 25-19. What are they going to do here in set 3? Are they going to find a straight sets victory? Jerome, and we've got a point for Garner-Hayfield Ventura as a double hit is going to be called. And it's now 21-12. So double hit is called, and Chloe Frank will go back and serve for the GHV Cardinals. They get a side out. Frank sends it over, taken by Jones. And Hovinga and Lambert come together, and that one falls down on the 4A City side. Back-to-back points for GHV. It's 25-13. Frank will serve once again, 21-13, excuse me. Jones sends this one up. Holland over. She's in the net though. It'll be a GHV point. Holland was able to send one over, but she smoked the net on her follow-through swing. And it's going to be a point for the Cardinals. 21-14, 7-point lead for the Indians. 3 straight for GHV. They're going to try to keep it going, make it 4 straight for GHV. Here come the Cardinals. It's 25-15. Forest City just 4 points away from the victory. GHV has scored 4 straight. They need a lot more where that came from, though, as Frank sends this one over, taken by Jones. Here's Jerome. Now to Lambert off a GHV block. They've got to get it over here on this one as Kennedy Frayne will do so. Now Lambert. And it's blocked down there by Liz Richardson. It's a GHV point. Make it 6 straight for GHV, and it's 21-16. Cardinals score 6 straight. 21-16. It's down to 5. Over the net. Dug out by Forest City on the serve receive. Pushed over by Lambert. Here's Kennedy Frayne. Now to Smith. Smith to Riley Frayne. Over. Taken by Jerome. Hovinga gets it back to the GHV side, and Richardson's into the net, and it'll be a point for Forest City. So the Indians, after a long run from GHV, will finally get a well-needed side out, and it's 22-16. 22-16 the score. We'll see a serve from left to right coming from Hovinga, taken by Chloe Frank, and it's a Forest City point. 23-16 now the score. Forest City 2 away from the straight sets victory. And the ball went all the way over to the GHV student section on the opposite end of the floor from where Hovinga is serving from. And she will send it over from left to right, taken by Riley Frayne. Now Kennedy Frayne back to Riley Frayne. Dug out. Good job there by Jones, but Hovinga is unable to catch up to it after Jones dug it out, and it's a GHV point, 23-17. Forest City just 2 points away, but GHV trying to hang around. Richardson sends it over, taken by Jones, put up by Hovinga, and Dillavu off a block, and Forest City now 1 point away. 24-17. Jones will come out as Helgeson will come in, and Forest City just 1 point away from the victory. Lambert will do the serving. Taken by Frank. Here's Kennedy Frayne. Now Riley Frayne over the net. It's in. Forest City's victory will have to be delayed if they're going to be able to win here in set number 3, as that's now 24-18. Nothing's guaranteed here in set 3. GHV could try to pull the comeback. And it will be Durher will serve. Hovinga sets it up, taken by Holland, pushed over, battle for it, it's down, and Forest City wins 25-19. The Indians win in straight sets, 25-19, 25-19, 25-18 is the final. Forest City with the victory here in GHV, in Garner at GHV High School this evening. It's the 12th straight win for Forest City in this series, and the Indians win in straight sets for a 9th time in those last 12 victories for the Indians. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk more about it in our post-game show, brought to you by County Line Seeds. Our friends at County Line Seeds will sponsor today's post-game show in 3 minutes. We'll be right back.
Collision of Forest City. Corey and his staff have nearly 50 years of body shop experience and can fix just about anything on the road. They give free estimates and also carry car batteries and windshield wipers. Located on Highway 69 just south of Forest City, it's Custom Paint and Collision, your body shop.
Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of Forest City High School athletics. The Hy-Vee Pharmacy is built for you. Have your prescriptions automatically filled ahead of time and ready when you are. You will receive a call when your order is ready. No more waiting for the pharmacy. Your prescription will be waiting for you. Hy-Vee Pharmacy is open Monday through Saturday in Forest City.
Forest City Ford at the corner of 9 and 69 in Forest City wishes good luck to our local athletes. We look forward to seeing you compete. When you need a vehicle, see us at Forest City Ford, where customers really do send their friends.
Grow Electric in Lake Mills is proud to support area athletics and proud to serve our new and returning customers. To get started on any electrical project, big or small, call 641-592-8282. Good luck, athletes, from Grow Electric in Lake Mills.
The County Line C team of Chuck Rubish, Jake Young, and myself, Matt Keel, are your premier and local DeKalb, Asgrow, AgriGold, and NK dealer in Forest City. With a combined over 30 years of seed experience, we're setting a new trend in agriculture at County Line. Call today at 641-581-3300 or visit us off the Airport Blacktop in Forest City.
Malin Egg Service of Forest City is a proud supporter of Forest City High School athletics. Nate Malin is with you from the word go. From planting to harvest, you can count on Nate. Contact him today in Forest City at 641-860-1712. Nate will help you put the right seed on your acres. 641-860-1712.
NIAC is proud to help support North Iowa athletes. Working hard and being part of a team is a great way to learn lessons for life, and learning is what NIAC is all about, beginning with high school juniors and seniors who can start building college credits now for free. Learn more at niac.edu.
Hi, this is Scott Wilson of Wilson Dental. We have been treating our patients' dental needs for almost 50 years, and our philosophy has always been to treat our patients as family. Become a part of our family.
What?
Call Wilson Dental in Forest City, where your smile is our reward.
Welcome back here on KIOW and KIOW.com. Forest City and GHV as the Indians win in straight sets victory tonight. Forest City wins 25-19, 25-19, 25-18 are the final scores in these ones. For Forest City, it's their second win on the season. The Indians now got to find 6 more victories to find that back-to-back conference championship in conference play. Got a couple of hard tests left to go. This one wasn't no walk in the park here this evening, as the Indians knew GHV playing much better volleyball than they have in years past. They knew they were going to be tough, and honestly, one or two things go differently. I think Forest City definitely did not have their A game on this evening. One or two things go differently for GHV. A couple of misplays, a couple of service errors that kind of stopped some runs, and they were just things that GHV really needed here and there. A couple of times Forest City or GHV could have really flipped the script. So, but the Indians are able to come out with a victory, and it's able to be a straight sets victory for Forest City, which is their second straight. They won by straight sets in the postseason a year ago, and again, as we mentioned, 12th victory for Forest City in a row here against GHV. And if you want to go further back than that, it's the 23rd victory in the last 25 games for Forest City. So in the last 25 matches between Forest City and Garner Hayfield Ventura, the Indians have won 23 of the last 25. So it's been all Forest City. But one of those came in the postseason, actually. Yeah, one came in 2013 in the postseason. The other one came in 2013 in the earlier. Both of them came in 2013. So if we're looking back, since 2008, Forest City has only lost in 1 year. Yeah, that's like a lot of years. Forest City, only one of those years Forest has actually been defeated by Garner Hayfield Ventura, and that was in 2013. For Forest City, it was a lot of big runs. The Indians were able to take 5 or 6 points at a time, which really helped them out. GHV also were able to make some runs, but the Cardinals were playing from behind most of the game, which really hurt them. The Cardinals always had to try to make a comeback, and they just weren't able to. They were able to get enough to get back to Forest City or to get to within 1 point, or maybe once they took the lead, I think 3-2, they took the lead at 1 point, but they were just never able to make those runs, never able to kind of jump out in front and really separate themselves from Forest City, make Forest City play comeback. That was the biggest thing for GHV. They were never able to make Forest City play from a comeback. Forest City was always playing from ahead or even, which makes things a lot easier if you are the Indians. All right, we're back 1 week from tonight as 4A City will once again have some conference volleyball. We do not have a game on Thursday night as that game moved. If you're looking at older schedules or prior schedules, no 4A City game on Thursday night. The Indians don't play again for a week from now. They don't play again until next Tuesday. It's actually 3 straight Tuesdays. So it's this Tuesday, next Tuesday, and the Tuesday after that. 3 straight Tuesdays for 4A City. We'll have it for you. So we got a week in between 4A City games. They'll take on North Iowa at North Iowa. Another tough one there for the Indians. North Iowa really been showing some things over the last 4 years with Coach Peters. So 4A City next Tuesday night we'll have you from Buffalo Center as the Indians then will have West Hancock the Tuesday following that on the 14th, and then they'll finally jump into some tournament action. Those first 4 games for 4A City, all conference games. They'll play half of their conference schedule right away, and then they'll jump into a couple of tournaments. The 4A City tournament, I know they go to a tournament a little bit later on as well. And then have the back half of the conference schedule, which really gets tough. North Union's a team that they show signs in softball and show signs in girls basketball, so you never know when they're going to kick it on in volleyball. Will they have something for 4A City? Then you have Belmont Clemmy, who can be a wild card from time to time. And then comes the big ones. You have Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills all within a week of each other. You have Bishop Garrigan on the 28th of September and Lake Mills on the 5th of October as what both of these teams are hoping the conference championship game for another year. We'll see for sure if that is. All right, that's going to end our broadcast here from Garner Hayfield Ventura this evening. I want to thank John Jacobs back at the studio. Thank you to County Line Seeds, the sponsor of today's post-game show. We really appreciate them. Visit them off the Highway 18, off the airport blacktop on the south edge of 4A City. You go back just before the airport, turn down to that gravel road, and follow it back to their shop. Visit them there or give them a call. County Line Seeds, we appreciate what they do for 4A City Indiana Athletics. Make sure you give them a call today. You want to start getting ready for. I know you're going to be in the tractor very soon. Going to be combining pretty soon. Well, while you're combining, make sure you look if the yields, if the crop, if the corn. I know obviously the weather has played some factors in that, but the crop's just not the way you want it. Make sure you give our friends at County Line Seeds a call, and they'll be able to help you out with some fantastic corn and soybeans there. So give them a call today. Again, John Lentz back at the studio. All of his hard work, we really appreciate him there. My name is Aaron Egestall. 4A City wins for a 12th time in a row against Garner Hayfield Ventura in straight sets tonight. 25-19, 25-19, 25-18, the final score. I'm Aaron Egestall saying good night from Garner.